Hi, this is my first blog for a long time. I pretty much only have had one blog, video blog so far, and I haven't really done much. I have a lot of things I really have to say. It's really hard because I don't really have a way to say it. Like, it's not really organized, it's not really thought out, and so I did a lot of projects the past years, but I don't really have any way to organize it, and like nothing's working out at all. Like it's so bad. Um, like I feel like everything I did is so bad. Like I don't even know how to begin. I mean, I guess this is just saying a lot of things that mean that I don't really have support. Believe it or not, but I don't think it's my fault. I think okay, like for instance, right? I lost my job with my uncle. Yeah, with my uncle, and it's not because I had bad health problems, so I've been going to the doctor a lot. The past 4 years, like I had to drop out of 2007. I had to drop out of school. I mean, I guess like this whole blog is just for me to rant because I don't have anyone to talk to, and I'm a loser. I'm a loser. It's so bad. No one loves me. I'm a very lonely person. It's so sad. Yeah, like I lost. I dropped out of school in 2007 because well, like after my grandma passed away, I couldn't go back to school. It's not just because I was in mourning, it's kind of like subconscious because I feel like she's the only person that ever loved me, like in my entire life. I never felt like anyone ever loved me. Like, I honestly have to tell you that I honestly feel that no one ever loved me. Like, truly, like, yeah. And then when they do, like, they don't understand me. And I don't know why, but lately people have been really scared of me. Like, I haven't even done anything. Like, I ask them what's wrong and they get scared of me. And I don't know what I did wrong. Like, I got fired from a volunteering job for bringing too much stuff, and because they said I was manic or for whatever. I won't say where because I don't want to make them look bad, but it was in downtown San Jose. Like, and there's a whole like standoff, like saying like that I'm a bad person. Supposedly, they said that in the community, in San Jose, there are people that say like they've been saying a lot of bad things about me. I mean, I guess as a response to saying like that, I don't have any way to find out how to look that up, and like I don't even know what they're saying. Like they're saying that I'm dangerous, and there's a lot of community issues that where they're worried, and I don't know what it's about. They won't even tell me what it's about. They won't even tell me. They won't even tell me like what it has to do with or what I did wrong. I never had a chance to tell anyone like anything. I don't know what I did wrong, and they won't tell me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I try confronting them to find out what I could do better, and they won't tell me. And my family won't even tell me. They won't tell me anything. They won't let me listen to their problems. My family hates me. I got a parking ticket for parking on the side of the road, and it wasn't the right section. It wasn't in my own like yeah, because I live in a cul-de-sac. It's in the inner street, like yeah, it's not like on the outside street. It's not facing traffic. It just I got ticketed for not parking 18 inches from the curb, and they gave me a ticket. I paid the ticket, but I just don't feel like I deserved it, and I don't feel there's actually a way to appeal. I I I don't know, like that's not fair. People do all sorts of like horrible parking jobs, It's not fair. Because technically, there are people who park worse. Like in the middle of a parking lot, right? Yeah, it wasn't even a parking lot. It was just on the side of the street. And I never had to do that for that before, and they just took me one day out of nowhere, so I don't really know what I had to do with. I don't even know how to express my frustration because there have been people. Is it right for someone to just come up to you and tell you that you're pregnant looking? Knowing that they don't know anything about you and never say anything, and people approaching you and telling you that you look like a man. Is that like legal, or is that, yeah, like I don't understand what the harassment has to do with, because they say it's not my fault. They always say it's not my fault. They always say it's not my fault and it's not something that I did. But they always say that I'm acting crazy, aggressive, I'm scaring them. And that's what the people in my family, and yeah, and yeah, and they say I'm incompetent. But I do, okay, like in my mom's house, I do almost all the housework. I sweep the floors. If I don't sweep the floor, no one sweeps the floors. I cook food, but they refuse to eat my food. I buy groceries and they get mad at me, and then like I don't understand, because like technically groceries is not illegal. Like I'm not buying marijuana because that's a controversial issue. If it's medicinal, like, but I don't smoke. I'm not buying alcohol. I'm not buying porn or like lottery tickets, or it's freaking food. It's groceries. I I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like I pay rent to my mom. That's after she said that I don't have to pay rent. And then she tells me like, and then she's trying to keep me on medication. She's telling my dad. And I'm 28. Like I don't understand why I have to actually tell someone that I can get a job. I got interviews. Okay, I can work for it, and she won't let me move out either. She makes it so hard to. I'm going crazy. Maybe not. But I'm just okay. I'm not crazy, but I'm just really frustrated. I I'm having a public apology. This is part of my public apology to my friends at the community center. I apologize for whatever I did wrong at Silicon Valley Debug. I don't know what I did wrong, but whatever I did wrong, I'm sorry. I understand you don't want me back. You're my personal friends and my only friends in the world. Give me hugs. I care about you. But if you don't want me there anymore, I won't ever come back. And I won't bother you. I care about you. I hope you forgive me someday. And that I hope that we can still be friends. I've been told by a lot of people that I'm a normal person. I have to admit that I have a profile online saying that I'm a schizophrenic. I want to tell you that I believe it was a misdiagnosis because, okay, I'll tell you how the mental system works. Okay, like, I had questions about something, so I didn't know who to ask, so I called a mental hospital. That's in 2000, no, that's in, yeah, that's year 19, no, that's in the year 2000, summer of 2000, during summer school. I had a couple questions. I was really stressed out. I had a lot of anxiety. I was asking them some questions. I called them and I was asking, and pretty much confirmed that I didn't have anything, but they refused to let me go, and they forced me to tell me my address, and then they sent someone to my house. We spent 6 hours filling out papers and asking for insurance to come through, and I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know what to expect. And then they sent me to the hospital, and then they sent me home, and they said there's nothing wrong with me, but they kept me on medication to cover for insurance, which I think is completely backwards. Biggest mistake of my freaking life. And since I've been taking medication, I've been on and off. The doctor, the second that year, the month after, the doctor told me that I should probably get off of it, but because of my mom. And also because I didn't know whether to listen to them or not, because he asked me, are you really actually schizophrenic? I'm not, because I don't fit any of the qualifications. I didn't actually read the list of like symptoms until years afterward. Like, first of all, okay, in schizophrenia, there's a range. Okay, there's this thing called affect. Affect is whether you have a personality or not. Where you can tell a joke, where you can laugh at someone, where you have an expression your face, or you can move your facial muscles or not. Also, it has to do with whether you have feelings or not. Another thing it has to do with is delusions. Delusions is called false beliefs. False beliefs are if you believe in weird things like that don't exist. For instance, like okay, it's one thing if it's religious, or say if you have a reason for it. But if you just like kind of senile and like you act like you're kind of like the Queen of France and you're not, and there's no lineage or any reason for you to believe it, and just someday you're just like la la la, then technically, and then you believe like that, you're like some kind of like people are out to get you, and this is because that's paranoid schizophrenia, or that's what they have me under for calling them, and they didn't even bother telling me otherwise, even though they know I don't have anything. Talking to yourself is not part of schizophrenia because it's a thinking process. It is about a process to think to yourself and to figure out things in your life. And if you're practicing something, which is okay, my mom is scared of me sometimes because of the whole stereotype thing. But also, okay, sometimes I'm in the bathroom and my mom she watches me like a hawk because technically she loves me and I understand that, and she just wants to make sure I'm okay. I gained a lot of weight, like you see this because of all the medication. It fucks up your hormones and everything, because like everything's caused like that by the brain. Again, the brain has a lot of things like based on physical development. It controls our hormones, our endocrine system. It controls your appetite, your sleep, your restfulness, your everything. There's a lot of sciences, which is pretty obvious. Okay. First of all, our motor functions are caused by the motor function part of the brain, right? Yeah, our vision, whether we can see or not, and what we see, is caused by the occipital lobe of the brain, which is technically where our because the eyes can only see so much, but the brain part has to work for it to see. Appetite is actually appetite and sleep and our primal functions, like the things we like, whether we breathe or not, is caused by the limbic system, which is caused by the central part of the brain inside, which is actually part of the thalamus and the hypothalamus and the amygdala oblongata or something like that. And technically and that's true. Okay, you can go to any science class, you can go to any like anatomy class, and it'll tell you that. You don't have to be a psychologist to know that. So the medication, all the doctors ever say is that it blocks receptors, but you need those receptors because you need it to make your brain work. This stuff doesn't work. And I'm fine. They literally say this, okay? So another thing is when part of your brain doesn't work, then it changes your personality, changes things about yourself. But it has to do with obviously not just the brain chemical, the romance or the mystique of whether you're being crazy or some kind of state or something like that. That's about the perception of the other person who doesn't understand you about the ailment. Because it's very under tested. when you go to the mental hospital, they don't always test like all this stuff about you. They don't always test your blood, and they're supposed to test your blood. They're supposed to see your heart rate. They're supposed to observe you. They're supposed to, and sometimes like they literally just have people that don't listen to any of the rules. They give you a booklet, literally a booklet of your rights that says the first line, you can refuse medication if you want to, and they don't listen. And you have to sign a release form in order to take it because it's so bad for you. And another thing, okay, there's